Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced that Australia will recognise a Palestinian state at next month's UN General Assembly, joining the UK, France and Canada.
Today I can confirm that at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September, Australia will recognise the state of Palestine. Australia will recognise the right of the Palestinian people to a state of their own, predicated on the commitments Australia has received from the Palestinian Authority. We will work with the international community to make this right a reality.
Albanese said the Palestinian Authority PA had agreed to key conditions, including demilitarisation, holding general elections, and continuing to recognise Israel's right to exist.
Our government has made it clear that there can be no role for the terrorists of Hamas in any future Palestinian state. This is one of the commitments Australia has sought and received from President Abbas and the Palestinian Authority. The Palestinian Authority has reaffirmed it recognises Israel's right to exist in peace and security. It has committed to demilitarise and to hold general elections.
He stressed that a two-state solution is humanity's best hope to end the violence, conflict, and humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
A two-state solution is humanity's best hope to break the cycle of violence in the Middle East and to bring an end to the conflict, suffering and starvation in Gaza.
The decision follows talks with leaders from the UK, France, New Zealand and Japan, and commitments from Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas that Hamas would have no role in a future state. While most UN member states already recognise Palestine, Israel has condemned the move, saying it rewards terrorism. Israeli leaders and the Executive Council of Australian Jewry criticised the announcement, calling it a betrayal of Israeli hostages and a step that leaves Hamas in control. At a Sunday press conference, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who criticised countries planning to recognise a Palestinian state, "It is disappointing and frankly shameful to see European nations and Australia walk into that rabbit hole," Netanyahu said.
And today most of the Jewish public is against the Palestinian state for the simple reason that they know it won't bring peace, it'll bring war. To have European countries and Australia march into that rabbit hole, just like that, fall right into it, and buy this canard is disappointing, and I think it's actually shameful. But it's not going to change our position. Again, we will not commit national suicide to get a good op-ed for 2 minutes.
He argued those countries would respond similarly if they faced an attack near major cities. If, right next to Melbourne or Sydney, you suffered a horrific assault like we did, you would take at least the same action we're taking, he said.
When we do what any country would do faced with this genocidal terrorist organization that has performed the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust, I think we're actually applying force judiciously, and they know it. They know what they would do if right next to Melbourne or right next to Sydney you had this horrific attacks. I think you would do it, at least what we're doing, probably maybe not as efficiently and as precisely as we're doing it. We've lost quite a few soldiers in that effort.
The United States has confirmed it will not recognise Palestine, with officials saying it would benefit Hamas. Over the weekend, US Vice President J.D. Vance reaffirmed that the United States will not recognise a Palestinian state, citing the absence of a functioning government. Canadian, British and French recognition is expected at the same UN meeting. New Zealand's government has also signalled it may make a similar decision in September, describing recognition as a matter of when, not if. The opposition Liberal Party in Australia said the recognition puts the country at odds with its closest ally, the US, and risks meeting Hamas's objectives. The Australian Greens welcomed the decision, but argued it falls short of stronger action. That's all for now from Global Pulse Unplugged. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.